You know, right now, all I'm caring about is quality, and if this is a little bit better than Amazon, it gives me more options, more stock papers, XYZ, then why not? Let's do it. I'm just gonna crack on with what I need to do, and then yeah, I'll update you guys later. Alright. I was always curious to try and find a better service. It's just that it was getting expensive. But talking to another graphic designer on Insta, he showed me a service called Maxam. Am I saying it right? No, Rick, it's Mixam. Sorry guys, my dyslexia was kicking in. This is what happened when you're a bit tired. From the stock papers that they sent me, I'm really happy with the quality of the paper, the silkiness, the weight. Like, I'm really happy with the paper, so I'm gonna go with them right now. Even just being transparent to you guys, like, it's costed me what I think, even for me, printing cost and postage, it's £37. So that's almost double of the one-way ticket to India book right now. And obviously that's no markup, that's just printing cost and post and packaging. So this is the reality of trying to get better quality. It's like, yeah, it's not cheap. But to be honest, for the size of the coffee book, for the amount of pages that I've got, it is what it is. And more so, as I said when I done it the first time, the book's more for me. I'm not gonna do. It's not like how Jungle Brown did on our first independent vinyls. We're not buying in bulk. I'm not buying in bulk. I'm buying one for me, and hopefully we're gonna find out next week. That one's gonna be the one. It's gonna be incredible quality and whatnot. But I'll update you guys with that. And yeah, if all good with that, then I'm definitely gonna print Sundays on Brick Lane through that service. So that's been the main bulk of today, because just double checking the colors once again. This time, the big difference, and I'm learning something new every time I'm going through the printing process. I guess as a digital designer, I haven't had the attentiveness of, say, like a print designer, but I know all the software, like, well, I know it on a basic level. So just making sure, you know, I went on a YouTube tutorial basically just to know the spine width and make sure the spine's perfect. But then I had to change the spine today, and because I only looked through the tutorial once, I kind of forgot how to do it. So then I had to jog my memory, well, go on another YouTube video to remind myself how to change the spine width. And then something just didn't look right within, like, the bleed and the slug and whatever. So I realized I had to change the spec that I had for Amazon ain't the spec that I'm gonna have for Mixam. Although I found out I could do custom sizes on Mixam website. There was just little nitty gritty things, and then even the color profile thing. So as some of you might have known before, Amazon strips out your color profile. So usually when it comes to print, it's CMYK. It wasn't doing that. So then Mixam are more professional in that sense, where they don't strip out the color profile. It's actually it's CMYK, YMCA, it's CMYK. And just to make sure that it was optimum, I was just making sure all the colors were perfect. And the thing is, I didn't want to redesign the book that I made already. I wanted the book basically to be exactly the same as the Amazon version, just to save time, but better quality. So another thing, when you're exporting photos from Lightroom in the book module, it's always RGB for screen. It's never CMYK. You can't, unless there's some mad plugin that I haven't found from Google searching, you can't export CMYK out of Lightroom. And I made the book originally on Lightroom, so I didn't want to reinvent the wheel and do it again on InDesign, even though I will be doing Sundays in Brick Lane on InDesign. So that's another thing. So I was like, oh, how do I convert RGB, sRGB or Pro RGB? I even went through them settings. How do I convert sRGB PDF from Lightroom into CMYK ready for Mixam? And I found out a way in Acrobat how to change the color profile from sRGB to CMYK. and then the cover was already in InDesign, so then I was just making sure the colors look exactly the same, because it looks a little bit easier in like InDesign, Photoshop, whatever, but in Adobe Acrobat, although it clearly says convert colors, there was something about when I saw the proofs and when I saw Mixam website that the color of the portrait of the Indian guy that I got side profile wise, it looked more saturated and there's more midtones in the cover compared to when you see the image within the book. And I was just trying to figure out, like, why is that? And it could be because of the proof of the book that I'm getting on Mixam. The cover is matte laminate and the pages are silk finish. So it could just be the way they kind of show you the proof that it's just slightly different, or it could be my eye. All I knew is that I had to do my due diligence to make sure I'm getting the optimum print, because I didn't do a test page, I didn't do a few test pages to print. I printed the whole book because I know that I'm happy with the design. The design's been done for months, I just had to tweak little things. And I'm kind of banking on it being correct the first time. That's my advice for anyone else trying to do a photo book. I wouldn't do what I done. I would actually do a few pages. But if you've already done the book design before, the thing is, for me, I don't know what the minimum amount of pages are that I can print from Mixam. I know there is a minimum, but my thing was, I'm happy with the book, and I'm just from the quality of the stock paper alone, I'm gonna trust that if I print 160 images, I think it's 162 pages actually, about 200, is it 200 images? Basically 162 pages. I'm just hoping that it's gonna be correct. If it's not, I mean, £40, obviously it's not cheap, but at the same time it's like, right now I'm just willing, I just want to get it done. I'm just willing to take that risk. And now I just got to wait on the service. So yeah, that's the main update for today. Last night I actually learned 3D. It's my first step, and to be honest, Blender seemed pretty intuitive. It was actually easier than I thought. From when I've dabbled in Cinema 4D, I'll be honest, I think it's a person who done the tutorial as well, because it was like I think it was like 15-minute tutorials, just kind of showing you the interface, and using like, there's like a monkey head as like the icon, let's say, of like creating like 3D objects, and just showing you lighting and how to render and just basic stuff. But the way he showed how it worked, and it just felt natural to me. Whereas Cinema 4D, I don't want to shit on it yet, but I feel like maybe because I went through tutorials that are like trying to show you the full fireworks, and I'm just following the tutorial and just trying to understand how I'm doing these particle simulations and whatnot, maybe. Whereas that tutorial was very, very basic, but I got it, I understood it. So I'm looking forward to cracking on with part 2 of creating a donut, I think. A few donuts. But I'm looking forward to just getting more into it, and I might even go back to Cinema 4D, because I know there's maybe a bit more of an integration with After Effects. It's still early days. I'm just trying out software and just making sure I'm putting the work in. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I think that's all I've got to say. I'm going to combine this with the video that I did this morning. And yeah, that's it. That's the vlog for today. Hopefully, especially from a printing point of view, I hope this helps a few people that are on that kind of self-publishing journey, because it seems that Mixam is the one. It's a bit like, yes, Amazon has that distribution kind of bonus to itself, but through Mixam, they've got a print on demand service that if I like the print, all I need to do is once again click a button, and people can buy it through my website. They can even preview the whole preview the whole book through like a embedded like kind of PDF not slide, but like a kind of interactive book on the screen, and that looked really good. So the kind of like little features that are integrated with self-publishing, and the fact that I can embed that book that I'm talking about on the website, maybe even on Behance, that would be cool. But yeah, just the fact that you got them features, and still quite not cost well, it is cost effective for what I hope I'm gonna get, but just the fact that there's them features, I think that can be reassuring for the customer, and I think it's sounding promising, you know, especially as I got recommended it from another graphic designer that's having a similar thought process and issues with his client. So yeah, man, hopefully yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be starting Sundays on Brick Lane as a book. But yeah, hopefully this print is the one, and I'm definitely going through the service. So yeah, guys, that's it for now. I will tune in maybe tomorrow. If I feel like I'm burning the wick at both ends too much, I need an early night, you might not get one tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to try and tune in tomorrow. I'm going to get into some 3D before going to bed now. Alright, peace. One more thing, I didn't even want to pursue a second interview with the travel company that I spoke to today, travel events company. I could just tell by the aura, by the way the interview went, that place wasn't going to be the place for me. So hopefully MTV is still on the cards in a few months, and yeah, I've still got my freedom. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's all I want to say. Over and out. Peace.